Hey, hey, hey! We're on the porch today. Good afternoon here on the West Coast. Hey, Michelle Copper here for Give Voice to Your Vision. And today we have been talking through these powerful presence tips. And I'm just hopping in here in the midst of an awesome work day to be with you guys for a little while. And I think we're on powerful presence tip number 7. I randomly picked number 10 to start with, so we're counting down. And I am thinking today about, first of all, why powerful presence? Yeah? So we spend so much time, hey, if you're here, say hello, let me know you're here. We spend so much time in the entrepreneurial world, coaches, healers, authors, and experts, honing their message, trying to find their message, trying to craft our message, creating ways to build our business and create, I want to see, it's telling me I can do things. We spend so much time trying to attract clients and build our business. And there's so many systems and so many tools and so many ideas and methods around marketing and program creation and all of the different things we can do to build our business, right? So one of the things that sets you completely and entirely uniquely apart is your presence, who you are. My favorite quote, I think it's on one of my Facebook pages right now, from Ralph Waldo Emerson, this, who you are speaks so loudly I can't hear what you're saying. And eventually we need to find a way to embody all those different tools and the different methods for being visible, and we need to create a system for our visibility strategy that actually works to attract our ideal aligned clients. And one of the most powerful ways to do that is by owning our presence. And so that's what these powerful presence tips are about. I do believe that as the online noise, especially the video noise, continues to build, they say, one statistic says that 80% of online content will be video by next year. And as the online marketplace explodes with training and programs and information. The information is out there, and the thing that's going to draw your unique clients, your aligned clients to you, is your unique presence. And we think of presence. There's people writing books on presence now, and we've seen the TED Talk on presence, great, powerful stuff. And then there's actually, how do we activate and activate and own our own unique presence in a way that actually attracts us clients? So that's what these powerful presence tips, where they're coming from. And the tip that I'm thinking about for today is finding your voice. And voice in the biggest sense of the word. So there's your physical voice, activating your physical voice. Many people have a belief or have been told that they should be seen and not heard, or have a belief that their voice isn't good enough, or they don't like the sound of their own voice. So your physical voice is a huge part of your brand, of your messaging. And then there's also finding your voice in your marketing materials and the written voice. If you're writing blogs, or if you're writing a book, or if you're writing email marketing, there's this written voice. And so for the powerful presence tip of finding your voice, I thought I would talk about those two different aspects, and the value and the power of finding your physical voice, and then also see what comes out around the finding your hearing and writing and speaking and marketing or selling from your voice, your inner voice. Yeah? And so many of us are battling an inner committee. The committee is in there telling us we're not quite good enough, or who are we to think that we know something, or it's already been said and done. Everybody's already said what I'm saying. And the truth is that no one has said it your way, and no one has said it with your voice. So learning to hear your own inner voice and trust your own intuition and the inner guide and that thing that's calling you to do the work in the world that you feel called to do, even being able to hear that calling, to admit to yourself that you want to do whatever it is that you want to do, that to let yourself dream and envision being a creator or an innovator or a healer or bringing about some big massive transformation for your clients or starting a business. You know, so many of us don't ever do those things because we are either disconnected from, can't hear our inner voice, or we are too scared. Yeah, too scared. It's very vulnerable and scary. And that can actually be one of the most powerful ways to access your physical presence in front of a crowd, is to connect to that vulnerability, which we spend pretty much most of our lives trying to tamp down, get rid of, right? We want to be rock stars, but the truth of accessing your own rock star presence starts with your vulnerability and your humanity. And then some of the other things that we visited already in these powerful presence tips around having your own permission and owning your wisdom, and some of the others that I'll share about over the coming weeks. So that inner voice, do you have a method, a way of hearing and listening to your inner voice? Do you have any challenges or demons around voicing your big idea, your passion, your creative genius? And what are those challenges? And I would love to answer any questions that you have around those challenges directly. And then there's the physical voice. And a lot of us don't spend a bunch of time working on the physical voice. We'll work very much on the content of what are we going to say and how are we going to say it right and whose system are we going to use, about the flow of information, and or how, what speaking platform, system are we going to use to have a talk that sells. And we forget that there's that other moment of standing in front of a room or a camera and voicing it. And that has been part of my journey. That's one of the reasons that I am a voice, visibility, and vision coach, because my physical voice was something I felt really called to connect with and share, and yet was riddled with perfectionism and stage fright, and really feeling insecure about sharing it. So as entrepreneurs, coaches, healers, authors, experts, we're building our business. We're trying to reach out and make this huge impact in the world. And then there's that moment where we get to stand in front of an audience or in front of a camera and really deliver our genius. And activating your awareness of and accessing your physical voice can be it's such an important part of how you will move and inspire audiences, both to share the vision and to hire you. And it often gets lost in the shuffle of the information, the content that we want to deliver. So I love to help people connect with and find their physical voice as one of their innate superpowers. And oftentimes that gives us an opportunity to maybe heal some of the stuff around our physical voice and taking up space in the world and being seen and heard. And the truth is that the sensation and vibration of your physical voice actually can clear blocks and fears, and it can definitely supercharge your message. And so finding your voice in the physical sense of the resonance and the sensation and vibration of you speaking, and really being able to drop in and connect to that as a part of what you're delivering, as what you're sharing when you are on camera or on stage or speaking at a networking group or even talking one-on-one to a person across a coffee table, that your physical voice carries your wisdom and your enthusiasm and your insight and creativity and connection with it. So it's a very powerful tool of connection and persuasion. Yeah. So those are my thoughts on finding your voice as the powerful presence tip. I think number 7. And I would love to hear your thoughts on the physical voice, and have you ever thought about it? Is that something that you prepare or work with when you're thinking about building your business, working on camera, speaking on stages, or speaking at networking events, or even how you're speaking with clients and talking to potential clients on the phone? Have you ever thought about your physical voice, and what have you done? And then also, how do you listen and connect to that inner voice, your deep wisdom, and that higher part of you that has a big gift to share? And do you ever think about that? Sometimes I think we do get a little bit lost in the struggle, hustle. We get a little habituated to the struggle and the hustle. And if we can tap in and tune into that inner voice, the reason why we're working so hard, the big impact that we want to make, the gifts that we're here to bring forward, and let those be more important than whether or not we think we're good enough or we like the sound of our voice. I love to say that what other people think of you is none of your business, and what you think of your voice is kind of none of your business, so that you can connect to it in a real visceral sense from the physical perspective, but also connect to that inner voice and allow yourself to let it flow through you in a way that makes your marketing, your emails, your blogs, your visibility efforts so deeply connected to your highest self, to that inner voice, that they're going to automatically, effortlessly attract the clients that are most aligned to work with you. And absolutely, we need to learn the tools of doing that. We need to learn the language of our clients, and we want to learn how to speak to people so that they can hear us. And there is craft and brilliant people teaching those strategies and techniques, and I love studying those and sharing those with my clients and colleagues as well. But what I'm talking about here, this finding your voice, is really connecting to your big vision, your big mission, and then also finding the words, finding your words, your aligned, clear messaging, so that your clients know exactly who you are and how you help, and they can hear you because you're speaking in the results that they can bring. Super important. And then the other layers of how do we connect to that inner wisdom, that inner voice, and then how do we share our gifts, presence through our physical voice. So that is another of my powerful presence tips for you guys. Please, when you watch the replay, let me know. Let me know what tools are working for you. Have you ever thought about your physical voice in terms of your marketing? And how do you tap into your inner voice, your intuition, your inner guide when you're writing? And that's what I'm thinking about today, and I wanted to share with you the power of finding your voice. Powerful presence tip number 7, to find your voice. And have you found it? Where was it hiding? And what has changed, or where are you in the process of finding your voice? Where do you look for it? Maybe that'll be another live here next week. Thanks again for watching. Love you guys. Don't forget to invite people to this group if they want to expand their visibility, find a visibility strategy and the art and craft of visibility that helps them to give voice to their big impact in the world and get clients and create a successful, sustainable business that they love. And comment below about how you are finding your voice, where you found it, and how you are sharing it in the world. All right, have a great weekend, you guys. Thanks. Bye.